Oh, we're live.
Oh, hello.
Ah, thanks for the countdown. Unless that countdown... Nope, there was no countdown. We're just live.
Yep. Hi, stream.
Which just made...
Thank God we didn't do anything too embarrassing there.
I mean, I was... Oh my goodness, I was talking about my syphilis. That would have been awkward if that had been on air. But hello, everybody. Welcome to the first... Well, actually, we're only going to be doing one semi-final. A semi-final between Ascent.European Union versus Lowpander. Should be a pretty tasty game. I believe there is also in the other bracket, it's going to be Se7en versus Lego. So the winner of those two games will make it to the grand finals, which will be taking place after this. This is a best of three as well. I'm not 100% sure if the last game was a best of three. I don't think it was. I wasn't really too sure because I was sleeping. Anyway, have you been watching the games, Kermit?
I have been out all day. I got home about 10 minutes ago. I have zero idea of what's going on in any games today.
Excellent. I was very impressed by that team that run double spy.
When they did,
I did not see that coming.
Did the strat work, that was really good.
Yeah, I couldn't. The quad air shot as well on the heavy.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
wow.
You don't see that every day.
No,
you do not.
I'm very glad that we never missed that.
And it was a medic that got the quad air shot as well. With
that's a weird thing.
That's the weirdest part of all of that.
Yeah, that really took me by surprise. That did. I didn't know that was possible, but
here we are.
Well, here we are. We've witnessed what we thought was impossible. I'm just trying to find the previous games that some of these teams have played. Ascent 5-0'd. I don't know what team it was. It's got Sills on it, and Vlad Andre. They 5-0'd them in 12 minutes and 47 seconds. So, yeah, I was gonna send a message to one of these, these players, just like, yeah, give me some insight. How you feeling? You feeling good? But again, I was asleep, so I don't have time to do that.
Yeah. And then we look at the Lowpander's last game. They played against the team with Everex and Eames, Nasboy. They 5-0'd them in 26 minutes in Gully War.
Ooh, I mean that's
Oh wow, Mr. Epic going big in that game, 28 for 9. That's a large game.
That's still quite a good scoreline, considering that I would have considered MKCat to be, a bit stronger. Menti is in the server for Lowpander, so it'd be interesting to see. I didn't cast any of the games. I don't know if Menti was playing last night, if it was Champagne. I don't know if they're sort of...
Very sure it was Menti.
Yeah, I guess they're putting some extra effort because of just actually having cash dollars.
Cash incentive.
Yeah.
Look, I've just realised in that game that Lowpander just played against MKCat. The first round in the 26-minute game, the first round was 20 minutes long.
Oh goodness.
So with quite a lot, basically everything happened in that one round, and then Lowpander just rolled the next 4 rounds in 5 minutes. I'm
really glad that I didn't watch that. I might have actually watched it, but that might have been what sent me off to sleep.
Yeah.
It was a 20-minute round, but regardless, anyway, we have all the Lowpander games on the server. We're just waiting for an Ascent gamer who's now joined. Oh, it's Eskimo. Okay, in that case, he's the mercenary. Who's the pocket for Ascent?
Well, I think it's meant to be Josh in this season, and then Chris on Roamer. But Eskimo's also a backup.
Ah, yeah, he's got intern Eskimo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hildreth in chat is just saying after the toxicity from Se7en yesterday, I think we need a new EU rewind. Yeah, I agree. Sure. These people are representing our community, and we can't have them losing 2 rounds against the Germans. Apparently they called Lowpander bad. I expected better.
Wow, and they cried from it. That's
even worse.
Yeah, that's just mean. Some would say it could constitute cyberbullying, and our European Team Fortress 2 scene.
We do not
many would stand
tolerate
for
that. Yeah, we don't tolerate such things. As we have all the gamers on the servers, I'm pretty sure we're going to be starting soonish. So there's going to be a quick shout out from our sponsors when I bring up the script, the things that I should not say. Stall for time.
I'm stalling for time, and I'm going to say, oh, we've actually got Ascent ready here, so we should be going live pretty soon.
So shout out to our sponsors, STNtrading.eu. They enhance your automated trading experience by offering extremely fast trading services for both TF2 and CSGO. And if they were to make a skin betting website like Se7en.TF, they wouldn't close it and run away with your skins. Friendly rivalry, I guess, against Guild, but I don't think that was necessary, but I'm just reading from what the script says. And shout out to Demos.TF and obviously Twitch.tv for putting us on the front page. I can imagine that they're probably going to remove us from the front page, as they probably find out that we are casting again. So
Make the most of it.
Yeah, I just want to put this out there. I'm a caster for hire.
And we're going live.
Excellent. Predictions quickly now.
4-2 to Ascent.
I'm gonna guess 1-0 to Ascent.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be one
You're
of
ready
those
for
games.
that? One of those boring games, yeah.
What exciting games. Anyway, both gentlemen are going to be going to the mid at pretty much the same time. Hildreth is throwing out a lot of spam into the Ascent Valley. We've got Ascent Chris, who's made his way through Big Door. He's going to be collapsing on Mookie straight away. Is lucky to get out of there with just 10 HP, but there's going to be 2 quick frags for the side of Lowpander, but there's going to be a jump from Eskimo, who gets completely obliterated as he did his favourite impression of a HB pencil. And it's going to be Mr. Epic just on his own, and that is a wipe of just 2 players remaining for Ascent.
Didn't see if Ascent spy checked it, but like Chris, like instantly on mid, just went straight to Big Door and just bombed Mookie.
Yeah.
I only realized it myself once, like Chris had bombed that Mookie was on sniper.
He also almost lost that as well.
Yeah, he was like, pretty low by the end of the fight.
That would have been a sweaty hand moment, but he recovered. The saving grace for both teams is for Lowpander's. Ombrak died, so they are going to be able to defend second. There isn't any sneaky critical creeps from what I can see for both sides, so no off classes either. Mookie's decided to play standard for this time.
At least a couple minutes, yeah.
Giving us all a treat of how bad he is at Soldier. But Ascent, they're not going to waste any time. They're going to be pushing through Big Door already. They have actually got a bit of an advantage.
Yeah,
it's about 20%.
So
yeah, they're going to... Actually, looks like they might just be...
behind.
Yeah, they might just try and get someone behind, open up the flanks a bit more, but they're kind of committing. Uber's been called for Menti now, but these boys are going to be trying to bust through Big Door. Hildreth goes down, the Uber is popped, and there's been a force from Ombrak as well, but there hasn't been any Uber exchanges. Elikor is just leading us in. He feels, he fancies this. He's going to hit some 1-2 pipes. Hildreth gets popped in the air, Funds takes him down, and that is going to be pretty much a secured second, as everybody on Lowpan are going to be forced out into lobby. Ubers is going to be Riverside trying to 1v1 versus Eskimo. He wins these, but unfortunately on that occasion he lost it.
That was very close. He was 1 HP as well. I think if he just had timed out his last rocket. Elikor's just walking straight in. Mookie, I don't know, he was just standing there, just tanked a pipe and a sticky, I think there.
Class. That's
he is pushing into, or trying to push into the lobby here, but Elikor just shutting him down and completely in main.
Yeah,
the fun's almost overextended as well into Mr. Epic there.
So I'm impressed with Ascent actually going and pushing through Big Door then. That's, I think we were saying, is that it's not something that we normally see. So a rare treat for us. They're going to be looking to go through Shutter.
Oh, they've been forced. Mookie forced from balcony.
Oh, that is an Uber. Menti just about gets out with fortunate placement of stickers from Elikor, and there's going to be a collapse to the point. The Uber has been forced in return for Lowpander, but they're just going to be 3 left alive. Luckily, they're going to collect the stragglers. But Ascent are staying in here. They fancy this. They're going to get spawns for Lowpander in 7 seconds, and it's all going to be 3 of the remaining players up alive. Elikor on the top right there, just getting arrowed for days, it seems like. He's still alive, but it's all in vain as he gets plucked out.
They
Again,
build this hard enough. Ascent will have could have a decent advantage because Lowpander didn't build at all in second, and they might be able to just even play underneath here.
Yeah, they're actually going to Lowpander are going to just go for this straight away. They have no Demo Man, so it's going to be a large amount of the firepower. So they do reclaim second for free. But yeah, as you're saying, this Ascent is also quite.
We've got a battalion's backup popped here by Ubers.
It's quite nice to see.
Oh no, he's holding it. Okay, there we go. They're using it now.
Yeah, so they go through big door. They use the trumpet to get onto mid, negate some of that damage from all the enemy gamers, and it looks to be working well. But it's a 2v2 loss for both teams. Mookie gets air piped, I think, but was some sort of air projectile. Menti gets taken out on the sidelines as well. So it was brave, but Elikor with the fat pipes and 2 craters, I believe that is.
And Hildreth just kind of getting arrowed behind. Hildreth's just sitting in choke here. He's probably just going to get picked up by Chris and Funz here. He doesn't get his trap.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he did hit the pipe. That was too close.
He got them weak, so it was a good attempt. But yeah, I was saying that it's strange to see Ascent actually work on and actually try to play on these minor advantages that they find themselves. They're doing really well on sort of keeping an eye on these Uber timing. Ubers is going to be shut down by Funz in Shutter. A Pyro has come out, but has been promptly taken out. Cookie coming in better than this. Mookie in Riverside, but this is going to be looking like it's going to be a round for Ascent, so it's 1-0 on the first round of Gullywash. In a best of 3. A nice treat for everyone at home.
Chris just bombed like straight onto the point, and instead of just standing and holding mouse 1 and winning, it seems like Cookie just decided to try an air blast and got nothing. And Mookie's actually sniping to mid again here, so we'll see if Chris is going to just, go ahead and just bomb straight onto big door again as he did last round.
Broder Cookie to be sniping, I fancy that more, but Mookie's going to be peeking out from big door straight away. I don't think he's been checked, as there isn't the instant aggression. Hello, there is Funz though. He's going to be ploughing straight into it. Mookie's going to try and go for the pro MLG shot, but unfortunately misses, and that is 3 frag going the way of Ascent, as Menti is unfortunately not getting out either, and it's just going to be Mr. Epic alive versus Chris. He does get the frag on him, so consolation frag, but that is another mid loss with the sniper attempt.
He's just getting absolutely completely shut down. Like on there, it didn't even look deliberate though. Funz just was happened to be fighting Cookie on around big door, so he went to go balcony, and big door just went lower and just found Mookie trying to escape.
Yeah, it seems
we do have big Broder Cookie sniping now though on top right. We'll see if we can maybe get him.
6-man incoming. The scout goes in first. He does get hit with a pipe and knocked down incredibly weak. Mr. Epic does a good job of keeping himself alive just to distract him with this Uber duration. But the collapse from the Lowpander soldiers jumping onto the point. There is going to be 1 frag onto Funz, but there's going to be 2 from Eskimo in return. And once again, it's another rout as the positioning from Ascent all around the point. It's just
where was Hildreth on that whole last hold? I was trying to sort of getting the outlines for myself, so I didn't actually see, because I don't think he had any stickies on point at all.
I
Funz just walked straight onto the point.
Yeah, I assumed he was under, and then I saw a player on the point, but I couldn't see stickies, so I assume he just timed out. Must have seen.
Look, he was a fast rollout onto Elikor. He gets him. Oh my god, 4 HP. Yeah, he gets picked off by Cookie there on the chip damage.
Cookie doing a good job of following up on that damage, and it's going to be Ombrak that's incredibly weak, but he does get the health pack so he can get back into the game, and it's going to be Ubers that's going to be jumping aggressive against Chris as well. He's also very, very low. The heals are better. Well, they were momentarily for Lowpander, but arrows are a thing. Both Sollies are jumping on top of them. Oh my goodness, both Sollies are incredibly weak. One is just 20, the other one's 48, so this is literally insane for Lowpander, but they're not turning these into any frags at all. Like, all of these arrows coming out, it's just ridiculous. The aggression's now coming in from the respawns, which has saved them for this. Funz is going to go for a fat 1v3. Watch it right here. Get him on your camera. Oh.
They just kind of didn't really focus down anyone in particular in that fight. Like, Credo was behind, he got the flank, he got Menti, and then instead of staying behind or just committing to the push, he just kind of ran out and then back in and just died to Ubers. So then they're instantly just a player down, and then when Cookie came in from big door uncalled, he just got straight onto everyone, created the distraction, he could just get cleaned up really quickly.
It's going to be a crit creep for Menti, but they're going to want to just try and plow through to this last with the crits. This probably been checked as Funz had gone spy and he's gone pyro in anticipation for this crit creep play. But that mid was very messy. It was literally, for most of that fight, all the players were incredibly weak and they just weren't finishing them off. Anyway, the crits comes through. They do get Elikor, so that's going to be a Demo Man pick. Whether there is a sentry up, which is only now just going to be spammed downhill, just overextends to try and take it out for his team. God. But this is a bit of a calamity. That sentry gun, yeah, it's got an aimbot. It gets 3 frags. Does he have the frontier justice? No, he swapped off.
He did.
He swapped off, and that's no fun.
I think Lowpander were doing that yesterday. They were running the revenge crits, getting a lot of damage onto people from max range. Actually works surprisingly well.
Yeah, it's worth as well. You know, you Uber your engineer with the crits. Oh, big door for Ascent. They're going to be plowing through, but they do pop kind of early. Elikor jumps on top of the point. He does get 2 pipes onto Menti, takes him out as well. I don't know what this plan was. If the plan was for them to try and defend mid and then get destroyed and hold last and then push back, then maybe it's working. And I can't see it
on the spawn camp as well here. Hopefully the scout will step off mid to make sure they get the spawn.
No,
they're not
too smart. That was a savage push. I don't know what Lowpander was doing there.
Cookie dies. He was trying to go pyro and get that cheeky reflect kill and just ended up catching about 2 rockets in that sticky at once.
Yeah, he's new to the scene.
Uber's just walking in on balcony and picks Elikor out from lobby. That might slow down the push here a little bit from Ascent.
Yeah,
they're backing out the big door.
The only thing that's kind of interesting is that there's no sentry being built now for Lowpander, which is kind of, if you get a Demo Man frag, you're going to stop and delay the push a little bit longer. Just putting a sentry up is just like having a 7th player for a bit, but they opt not to. I don't know if they're going to want to dual wield pyros. It'd be interesting, but nobody's done it yet. Probably because they know how bad it is. Anyway, Mookie, he's going to get fragged pretty much almost immediately by Funds going through shutter door, but the Uber in return, good job on building for Lowpander to get it in time. Cookie with the headshot onto Chris as well. It's just going to be a scout in, Credo on the top left. He gets stickied out by Hildreth, and there's going to be a collapse on the point as well for Eskimo, who gets cleaned up. But Funds, he's hiding in sneaky, but he's trying to take a 1v1 versus Cookie.
No with these stickies here. Oh no, they've been checked. Oh wow, Menti actually almost walked through the wrong side of the door though.
Yes, Cookie is aimbot that he
still
runs from a few years ago, just not configured for stickies these days.
Yeah.
If anybody wants, you can't. It was all on gut frag, wasn't it? All that drama with his frag videos. So it's previous time, but it was a good era for TF2.
Yeah, sadly, I think all of those videos are just not available anymore.
Yeah, he removed him. Bloody no fun, Freddy, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did, or made them unlisted. Credo here getting the little body shot onto Mookie at choke. Mookie down drop down, he's very weak, he's 30 HP.
Yeah,
no. Oh, the Uber, what an Uber.
Straight away from big door to try and get as much space. Credo domes Hildreth straight through, trying to get through choke. I've got a notification that somebody has bought a £90 in-game item. Nice.
That's a classic.
Yep, Credo anyway, still on the sniper rifle, so it's going to be another failed push to mid, or another failed push attempt from Lowpander. Seem to be struggling anything to do with mids. There is a player up. It was Mr. Epic, who gets taken out by Elikor after taking out Eskimo. So a last push imminent, I'd imagine, for Ascent, unless they're going to just wait for spawns.
Yeah, they might wait to build up the Uber, yeah. Yeah, looks like they're going to. Mookie's really aggro here. Yeah, he gets headshot by Credo. Oh no, is Credo going to die here? No, Uber's actually, and Mookie both down. That seems like that's time to push for Ascent here.
Yeah, they are only 70% though, so maybe I think we could see a slow push, but Credo's going to be sniping from main, trying to get a shot onto Menti.
He gets onto Menti.
But
gets a body shot for 150.
Yep.
Sorry. And that's just a quick roll really into last. Both soldiers feeding there, even without Uber, it doesn't really matter. Like, that's like pretty much all the spam actually gone from Lowpander. Like, all Hildreth can do is spam pipes because he needs to keep his stickies on the point. As soon as they're gone, really, there's no stopping them. Ascent can just stand on the point and there's nothing Lowpander could do.
It seems like Ascent have a very fluid way of playing around each other because these transitions are really working out for them. It's going to be Lowpander trying to go up to the right side this time around, and it's going to be Ubers with a big fat bomb onto Ombrak and Elikor, so it's going to be the hard-hitting combo between the two just taken out of this mid, but Ubers is turning around to just try and bully them out even more. There isn't heals for the remaining players, but there isn't anything going their way, really, considering that they've just locked out the combo. Chris is just going to be sitting on the point, waiting for an arrow without realizing his medic's nowhere near it. And again, Elikor just doing so much work. He two pipes Ubers and takes him out and hits a pipe onto Hildreth and one onto Menti as well. So that is going to be so many frags and onto Hildreth. You don't mess about. That was a bit of a disaster for Lowpander. But
well, Cookie and Mr. Epic might want to try and... No. I think you could maybe hear that, you know, the crackling of the Uber there, wanted to try and commit, but no.
Yeah, that's...
I'm going to get spammed off the point.
They might actually be able to do this. Mr. Epic goes in, takes out Elikor, so they do have... well, they don't have much firepower on Lowpander, so they could possibly try and get onto Ombrak and make a move.
Yeah, Ombrak's really milked that Uber there. He took so much damage just relying on regen and health packs there.
Yeah, they're going to go
Should
through
be
now.
using now, I think.
Ready.
Funds.
Going to be leading with Funds, taking the extra move speed for the scout, but Funds decides to go through Big Door and just help collect a frag onto any naughty flankers. And oh my goodness, Ombrak, that is a
that was a +2.
Yep, that is that's upsetting. I think that was just a spam pipe that was just going through the elbow, and that's a +2. But
and that's a pipe from Elikor onto Hildreth.
That is a pipe. It's a battle of the Doorman trying to salvage this fight going on mid. And Menti, he's on 65%. There's going to be some spawns in 2 seconds, but they don't have the midpoint anymore, so you're going to have to wait a little bit more for the remaining gamers coming up.
Elikor really aggro on top there, just getting spammed down basically by the scouts, but Cookie does feed in there. And that's going to significantly weaken the hold for Lowpander here. Hildreth's...
Oh, hello, back up. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Bit of disaster. Yeah, that was Chris. So it was looking like Lowpander to push out through lobby, and Chris just sort of goes behind like about 10 minutes ago.
Lower.
I think he was... I think this is how it happened ages ago. I think, yeah, I think he went behind through Big Door whilst they were trying to defend second, I guess. But so that's 4-0 going the way for Ascent. I don't know whose map pick this is, but there will be another one after this. And it's a map I have no idea what's been chosen. Chris is going to go out through drop down. It looks like everybody from Lowpander is none the wiser. He's going to put out a lot of spam. Mr. Epic's going to take a 1v1 joust on him. Mookie does take out Eskimo, and Freddy takes out Cookie trying to go for a flank. Mookie goes in for a bomb on an incredibly low HP, so that was a wing of the prayer for that. Ubers is sitting in the opposing drop down as both soldiers are just sort of, you know, having experience. It's exactly a 3-on-3 with the same classes for both teams. But Ombrak's been disconnected a bit, whilst Menti still has his boy with him, but Funds isn't having any of that. It takes him out with a crisp
Eskimo's coming in from Big Door as well, just gets straight onto Ubers, gets that frag cleaned up.
Ubers
they should know Mr. Epic's underneath you.
Yeah, Ombrak is going there. Big Door. Is Mr. Epic going to win this 1v2? Not this time around, as Funds finishes him off. There is some Lowpander gamers that can probably try and force him if they want to go for it, but it looks like they're just going to back out and maybe attempt it on second.
That was a super scrappy middle. I think actually Ombrak could have died if Ubers had just shot him at the same time as Mookie. Mookie dropped him down, gets the force onto Ombrak actually on Big Door. Loads of damage, but no frags at all.
This might not exactly go too well for them because they're just going to plow into last. Funds takes out Hildreth almost straight away. He's still on last, so he could actually maybe go for the point here. Ubers and Menti aren't going for the... Oh, wow. He does the old razzle-dazzle, just goes through secret and just leaves without them and having any idea. But Ascent, they've regrouped, they're going back in. Credo takes out Ubers with they finish him off. That's a happy ending for him, I guess, and that is a 5-0 roll. Yeah. Lowpander and quick work.
Yeah, that was just pretty well played, really, from Ascent. They, generally speaking, played as safe as possible, but, you know, as soon as they got, like, a big enough advantage to, like, you know, reasonably push, they did take. And they seemed to shut down all the off-classing from Mookie, like, instantly. Like, I think for 2 of the middles, he went sniper and then just stopped because it just wasn't working at all.
It seems like Ascent, I don't know, Ascent were playing very, very aggressive, especially with all the transitions and was saying earlier about the minor Uber advantages that they have, and anytime they had a player advantage as well, it seems like they just went in and they just went on anything.
Oh my word, I've just opened up the logs here. Elikur went 21 for 9 with almost 450 DPM. Funds behind him, 22 for 6 with 380 DPM. Very big game for both Funds and Elikur there.
Yeah, that is yeah, that's pretty dominant. What you'd expect from a 5-0 role, I guess. There's a lot of I don't know. I don't think it was necessarily maybe individual player skill, but I feel like it's just teamwork that helped Ascent a lot better. Because
a lot of their focus fire calls sort of seemed to be like really like good. As soon as like they saw someone weak, someone would follow up. Like either Funds or Credo would follow up instantly. It seemed on Chris or Eskimo bombing anyway.
They also seem to play fights very well. Like if there was ever a moment where the fight was sort of like continuing on or being drawn out, they would make a really good decision to sort of like turn it around into their favor or just completely close out the fight. Whereas Lowpander, it seemed like, you know, they would push and it'd be a case of we better win because we don't have a backup plan. Whereas it just seemed like if something wasn't going right for Ascent, they would make a call that would just turn it around or they just back out. They never really wiped and lost many players, but it seemed like over and over again, everybody on Lowpander just died all at once. It's like Ascent were really good at regrouping everything and just resetting and taking the fight again.
I guess like for Lowpander, they're probably like Cookies. Well, just at this point, at least, not as good as Funds is currently. Cause like that is like that's the one player that Lowpander lost in the off season. Really, like Funds has gone from Lowpander to Ascent, and they've picked up Cookie, who's still showing that he is a bit rusty after not having played in about 4 years, or not playing properly in 4 years.
Well, is that an excuse? No, I don't think that is. That's not valid. You know,
I'd say it's got some validity to it.
No, you know, it's like TF2 is like riding a bike.
If you're bad at it, you'll probably stay bad.
Yeah, if you don't have stabilizers, you'll fall off. Or, I don't know, someone will nick it. Anyway, I'd expected more from a seasoned gamer such as Cookie, you know?
Such as Brother Cookie, yeah.
Yeah, you can only get better with age. Some people say that, you know, you'll get worse, but that's only if you suffer from RSI or some other crippling enabling disease. But anyway, Granary is going to be the next map. I'm not quite sure whose pick this is, and I'm not quite sure what map version this is. It's not. Oh, it is the. Oh, it's the one I don't like.
RC8.
Yeah, it's the one with the "Don't talk to me on my son" door. I'm not a fan of this version.
At least it's not the newest version where the point per second is actually in the middle of yard. Very glad that version's not.
Was that a thing?
Yeah. It was like at this point it's Granary's basically become a new map. It's no longer Granary from like how much the layout's changed.
It should be called Battery. So yeah, Granary was is a classic map that's, I feel, you know,
maybe
at this point
feel a bit more at home.
Who's making these changes? Who's in charge of this?
Dagger, I'm pretty sure.
Dagger. Yeah. He's like the TF2 version of George Lucas, you know? Just relives a classic, just buries it, wipes off the dust, and just starts putting his you know what into it and ruining it all. It's like, just don't touch it, Dagger. It doesn't need to be touched. It's fine. It's a beautiful map, and it was. And there were maybe a few things that were changed were good, but you know, it worked fine for 7 years. That's all I'm saying. So Granary, the new version's obviously been you get an extra door on the middle. The last
quite
point
a bit wider, I think. Oh no, it's been changed back.
Yeah, it's been changed back. The last point has been pushed forward quite a bit, so it's not sort of sit so far back on last to make it a little bit easier. I don't really know if there is
The
any.
door on top was changed on last to actually get into top. I think the door was like.
Oh yeah, the door was
made it a little bit taller.
Oh,
and wider.
it's a lot bigger now. That's like a loading bay door.
And
that is.
Yeah, I guess the door to mid is not to mid. You know, from second onto ramp, like the ramp itself, that's been widened up a bit. The crate's been removed.
I don't like that crate. That removal of the crate, to be honest, because I like the door changes, but the removal of the crate kind of just means that you have to. It actually means you have to be defensive if you're holding yard, because you can't sort of hold as close anymore, because that crate isn't going to offer you any protection from either side as much. It's very easily spammed, so it just means that teams are going to hold further back for the most part. But never mind. You know, I'm not the one in charge.
One thing I think though, I'm very sure. I know they did it on Reckoner, at least I'm very sure Mookie used to run heavy on Granary mid. He just goes either Tomislav or Natasha on top and just roll. But now that I don't know, I don't know if the gloves are running urgently or allowed anymore.
I don't know on this one.
If they are allowed now, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but
both the gloves are running urgently and the eviction notice have been nerfed slightly for like long sprints like that to mid. I don't know if they'll actually be all that viable.
It'd be interesting. I mean, heavy on this map is actually pretty.
Especially on last, it's good. Yeah.
And on catwalk as well, going to mid. So heavy on mid's like really strong and very annoying because you can't jump the heavy. And as long as your team just sort of stay bunched up into one little ball of frustration, you could most certainly make it work. But I mean, they're mapped down, so it's worth it.
Yeah, they might go, all out on the gimmicks in this map to see what off-class and Mookie can get away with. And we're actually going live now.
Yeah,
let's see what off-classes we get, if any.
Ready. We might get some spy checking in spawn as well. No, actually. So both teams not opting to spy check, and Mookie's just going to go for soldier. So a rare treat. But there is crits from Menti, and Hildreth is running quickie bombs. So the gimmicks are being thrown out by a different form this time around. Elicor's going to be going up top. Hildreth is going to be going bottom to his health kit. As I look to see Chris and see if he's going to go for any early aggression. He does jump up, trying to counter jump a soldier that's going to go for his team. He's now going to jump up into his crate. Both soldiers are stacking there, and it's going to be fun. So it gets the first frag onto Mookie, and Eskimo gets the frag onto Mr. Epic as well. Uber's trying to go for a big boy bomb, but unfortunately gets air piped by Elicor. And that is, hello, crits coming in though. Hildreth is wanting it, but the flank comes out from Elicor. The crits has been popped, and that is going to be one crit sticky hit and a pipe hit as well. He's going to need to try and make more out of this, but it looks like it's their time is up as the walls are closing in around them, and Hildreth gets annihilated.
I guess they kind of probably had to go for that play. Oh, Mookie hiding in a corner here in Pyro. Let's see if he can get some M1. Oh yes, he can hold mouse 1.
Yummy.
Got some damage on it, Elicor and Chris, but nothing, not much to speak of.
It's minor smell of singed hairs, but nothing really palatable as they have a full Uber advantage going into last. Last is still kind of difficult to push regardless because the default high ground advantage for the defending team, but the Uber comes through. Elicor is going to go for a bomb straight onto the top pipe. He's being knocked down by Hildreth, who's sitting in spawn, but there's 3 quick frags and just completely obliterate the flank. And it was a very good push.
That was clinical. They just as soon as someone got damaged, they just focused them down and got the frag within a couple of seconds. That was really well played.
These are these mid-fight calls I was talking about, where they just sort of, go, oh, hello, game is here, frag them, and then do the rest.
Credo actually just spy checked and spawned for a heavy there. Good to see that. We're still on Crits Krieg as well for Menti, by the way.
It's the traditional Lowpander when they had Kisakala, where they ran crits every single game. So it's going to be a lot of pressure on Hildreth and his team to sort of make something work with this crits, because you don't really want to go against it without getting any frags. But Mookie dives in through choke really fast, but he's not able to collect any frags. So Ubers goes in for a big boy bomb as well, where he takes out Elicor. Chris is incredibly weak as well, but he's going to get arrowed up and probably put back into the game almost immediately. The crits is ready for Lowpander. It's going to be 2 scouts that are possibly going to get it. It's going to be Mr. Epic. He does throw out some scattergun bullets, goes for the crit pistol, but unfortunately the RNG isn't on his side. Eskimo almost plucks him out of the air, and there is a full Uber advantage, but he doesn't have it. Ombrak, that is a bad mistake. That is a rare mistake, as well as Ombrak wanted to get back in with 94% Uber, thinking that they will respect them, and they were given none of it, and he died for his sins.
They just got absolutely mulched and choked. Either, like, they just should have... I don't know why they didn't wait until they actually had Uber before peeking instead of doing that. Wait, Rookie on Pyro here? Is this, Yep, he's gonna do a Pyro last push, okay.
That's a bit of a...
Oh, Detonator jump up top, I like the
sweet. That's a bit of a thinking emoji, though. I mean, you don't want to... I mean, Pyro on last, and they've got crits.
Oh, well, used to have a Pyro. Funds with a nice headshot onto Mookie.
Maybe next time. They still have a crits advantage, but it looks like everybody for Ascent are very well... Oh. Yeah,
wow,
that's the dome as well.
Wow.
Oh.
That's a farm.
Yeah,
this is a farm.
This is like when you... Yeah, it's very shameful. This is like when your parents walk in the room with your pants down, and my goodness, that's embarrassing for everyone. Nothing seemed to have gone right then, but again, when you've got crits and they know you're playing against it and you've got crits, it's very, very difficult to do anything with it. Mr. Epic's going to try and do what he can to buy some time. Hildred's got some stickies above the door. See if he can get a frag. He has got normal stickies, but nobody's going to go through that door that he's got his trap on. They're all going to go through choke to mid. There is an Uber ready for Ombrak. The poop. Ooh, they do get Elikor, and the Uber's been popped by Ombrak as well onto nothing, so that's a bit of a beat, but we have 3 players from the Lowpander side who are all behind, and they're just trying to buy some time. Hildred has sticky himself up, but he did not see Chris. He's going to be coming down from the top to try and stop it. So it looks like this back cap might have been dealt with. Hildred is still going to go for it. He's going to do his best Elikor impression, maybe hit a pipe, but unfortunately he's not exactly the best player. He does launch Chris up in the air, but the respawners are there to help clean them up.
Uber's looks to be lagging as well. He's got 200 ping in the scoreboard there. I think it's going down. Yeah. He actually managed to win a 1v1 against, I think it was Chris, on the flank there after escaping the farm on last. Is that heavy? Yep, heavy sniper forward spawn.
So this is a rare sight of the diversity that TF2 has to offer. It looks like Mookie's just gonna eat a sandwich because he sees Funds just staring at him, and he announces that he's moving forward. So
Mookie's just left spawn.
Oh my goodness! And Mr. Epic meanwhile gets 2 frags. Right, that's.
Oh. We have Credo behind. Hildreth might think he's behind. He doesn't seem to know for sure though.
Yeah, he
does know. Yep.
That's. I don't know how that would have worked, to be honest. That's yeah. But it works.
This has been very scrappy here in the last couple of minutes. So it's like Lowpander just wanting to kind of go a bit chaotic.
Yeah,
running the heavy and like what I can't believe is that Mookie was in forward spawn. Funds knew he was there, and then Mookie just held WM1, walked out of spawn, and actually got the kill on him.
Maybe he just didn't expect him to stay heavy after it being noticed. But you can never underestimate the power of a frequent anime watcher. It can always take you by surprise, and it's going to be Credo who's going to be backcapping, but Cookie and Mookie have both gone back for this. Cookie's going to take a 1v1, so it's going to be a Finn versus a Finn. I hope he's Finnish. Was he Swedish? I'm pretty sure he's Finnish. He sounds like it. But Credo's just going to leave. There's a Uber ready. Oh, hello, it's lost.
Cookie just was just staring at Choke. He didn't look around at all to see if Credo could be anywhere else.
Yeah,
Credo did beef a couple of shots, but
Mr. Epic is now going back, but Credo's definitely going to get this, and it looks like Credo won't win this 1v1. There is an opportunity for them to spawn camp as well, but Credo almost won that. That was so close. But yeah, there's going to be a spawn camp for Lowpander as well. So if they try and break out of this, they are going to meet their impending doom. Elikor is going to throw out some stickies. Menti incredibly weak. This is working a lot better than really it should, but Mookie, he's going to help take out Funds, and
going really low, going down to 50 or 60.
Hildreth still hanging around by spawn, some arrows being missed, and Ombrak and Elikor both just sitting in there. I mean, okay, Ombrak had... Oh, he swaps hats.
Yeah, they bought back spawn. Mookie's on Pyro again here. Oh no, he's waiting in forward spawn. Or is he gonna? Oh yeah, back to heavy. I'm expecting funds to maybe switch. Oh no, got the full Uber from Lowpander in right here, just flashing in Ubers, and he'll just getting. Oh god, Ubers gets dropped, and the Uber gets dropped by Menti there. Funds getting the frag onto him.
The saving
And
grace
all of
is
Ascent
that
just
Ombrak
collapsing.
does die, but Menti's going to get taken out as well. It's going to be Hildalg. He's going to be just him versus 5. Those odds are not in his favor. Cookie's going to be sitting in lunchbox as the Mookie Heavy does get taken out. I don't know if Cookie's going to go for any plays. Maybe just try and... No, he's just going to eat. Good boy.
What I do think questionable is the fact that we had the heavy play, but when you do any heavy push on last, really, you want your heavy on top, on the high ground, so that it's a lot harder for people to actually get the frags onto the heavy. Mookie just decided to walk in lower left instead.
Well, if your team doesn't know what they're doing, how is the enemies going to know what you're doing, you know? You've got to take them by surprise with that thought process. The heavy is still up. He's spamming loads of voice commands, so they know exactly where Mookie is.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Credo or Funds decides to maybe go sniper, just so they get basically the guaranteed pick onto Mookie every time they push.
He's only sitting on 5 points as well, so I can't imagine his frag count is that high.
It's not, but maybe it's just more he's playing for the distraction plays more than the frags. He's been more of a team player. No, he doesn't care about the logs.
He has 4 frags. Cookie has 2 frags.
Oh.
I'm not gonna call them out because
that'd just be mean.
Yeah, and they're also very physically intimidating to me. So
we've got a bit of a stalemate here, but then it. Oh. Okay, there goes Ubers. I was about to say that Ascent will be content to stalemate it out. They have the round advantage. They know Mookie's on heavy. They can hear the Thomas because Eskimo's in lower left. Why is he jumping
as well?
Heavy?
Credu's in. They're all in, and Funds is doing a lot of work. It's just like a swarm of bees. They're just trying to just get onto, and they do get the force off onto Menti as well. So, well, they made it work. Mr. Epic gets taken down, trying to go through garage as well. Ramp room gets taken out, going to be low on point, and Menti's going to get jumped on by the soldier combo and gets taken out. So they managed to push into mid against the heavy.
Yeah, I'm surprised they actually went for that. I think Eskimo and Critters walked in lower left, weren't really dealt with soon enough. Hildreth getting taken down here, by Crit. That's going to be a late spawn for him. Mookie's sitting eating a sandwich and spawn.
Yep, once again announcing his presence. And he's going to back spawn. Goes heavy again.
It's changing something. Oh, Brass Beast heavy. So he's basically just going to be slightly portable sentry gun.
He's wheeling his way forward. The nobody on the scent is actually bothering with him right now. He's now being sort of spotted by a scout, but again, no one's looking at him. He's just sitting by the tire, just sort of battering down some pellets onto his team. Hildreth is going to be up in 5 seconds, so they're going to try and delay this as much as well, but Mookie gets collapsed on. Maybe that was the best play Ascent could have done. He just ignored the heavy, went for everybody else, and then focused on him afterwards.
They did have one scout on him at some point, but the arrows from Menti just tanked about 300 plus damage.
I'm pretty sure he turned around
back now.
Because I'm pretty sure he just turned around and just went for somebody else, and then he was behind the tire at that point. But anyway, well played by Ascent again, because they turned it around from being on their last. So Hildreth is going to go for the floor. There's no crits creek from Menti this time around, so it's going to be a standard loadout and rollout for all these players. As Mookie's going to go for the big bomb, jumps off the wall, but it's maybe just sort of like a bit of a bait as he just sort of turns around, but unfortunately gets picked up by Eskimo. Just didn't fall for that, and the remaining Lowpander players are going to have to try and get out of their credit. Caught in as well, but so is Funds, and they're just going to be ploughing forward. Hildreth hits some pipes into a scout, but once again, Funds is just going to be ploughing forward, no respect. They're just going to keep on ploughing, and my goodness, they are on their last already, and mid. Oh, Elacor maybe overextended a little bit too much because he goes for a sticky jump onto last. So maybe
they don't even have second mid capped yet.
Yeah, but
and Menti does have his Uber. They might want to just take a trade on the point here.
Yeah, they're going in with the heavy. Uber's incredibly low. He is forced now, but there's been no Uber in reply for Ombrak. He's now going to pop it. They're going to have a significant advantage in this fight. I don't know if they're going to go for and chase that soldier. Looks like they're not, but they're going to possibly go right side. Chris is just leading the charge, but they're going to back out. So not the best Uber exchange, but Hildar goes a little bit too aggressive. Mookie's going to get spammed out as well, but the arrows from Menti's going to keep him alive for longer than he really should be allowed to be. And it looks like we're going to have Ascent going in for a classic non-Uber push. They've got a player advantage. You're going to go focus the scouts on the left side. A pipe hit from Eligor onto Cookie's going to bring him down pretty weak. It's going to be fun. It's going to take a 1v1, and Chris is going to get 2 frags onto Menti and Mr. Epic. And is that a pause?
Yes, it looks like a pause
Now,
here. I'm not sure. Probably Ubers maybe with his ping, so it was up at like 200 earlier. They might have paused. That
do
push
you
was
think, though, that Mookie can defend this?
No. Don't mean to sound pessimistic, but just maybe having a quick look at the positioning for Ascent. I think it might be a no. Especially with how much else he got? 46 and Eskimo on one side and Credit on the other.
It could kill Eskimo though.
Yeah, he could do. Yeah, he could kill
Buns
either
in
of
the
them.
chat.
Maybe.
He's literally stream sniping right now. He now knows the location of Mookie.
Yeah, I think he might be. This is we're gonna have to get some admins involved here. I don't think this is some very fair play here.
Despite the game being paused for them in the future, but obviously, that would be when Lowpander would have won the round because Mookie is gonna 1v6 this.
Yeah, easy. So Ombrak's not good. If he had Uber, then maybe like they'd have a chance against them. But I think with no Uber, Mookie's just gonna roll here.
Yeah, I mean he's expending a lot of ammunition.
Yeah, that costs a lot of money to fire that gun as well.
How much is it for a bullet?
I don't know.
Not a real.
What say it's like? It was like 100,000 or 300,000 a minute or something.
You're definitely
not up to date.
It's actually $400 to fire the minigun for 12 seconds, so it's $200 a bullet. So yeah, that's a lot of bullet.
Yeah, so that's been at least a couple of minutes here that he's been doing this.
Somebody in the chat, please crunch the numbers on this. My abacus is broken.
Oh, there we go. For unusual shotgun, 400,000 per 12 seconds.
That's what I said.
400k was from somewhere. You said 4,000, not 400,000.
400,000.
Right,
Unless I
12 seconds.
it wrong. It might have been mispronouncing this. This constant firing is giving me PTSD. That's he's still going as well. That gun should really overheat at some point. Let me just do a
quick pause there, or did I swear I heard a pistol shot? Which could have been fun, so he does have his pistol out.
Let me just have a look at the some of the Ascent people have some good unusuals. Funds is looking pretty. Oh,
here we go.
unpause. And Mookie, he's gonna go into the.
Color me surprised. I thought he had that.
It looked like he did, to be honest. He just needed to swipe his mouse to the right side and he would have just smashed them all. Straight up, trust me. Anyway, so we're going to be going into mid number 4. So it's 3-0 for Ascent. It's going to have to be Lowpander that's going to pull something out of the bag because if they don't, they are out and they lose the dollar bills. Eligor is going to be going and rolling out through top. A lot of spam being planted his way by Hildred's brought down incredibly low. My HUD's broken, so Mookie's apparently still playing heavy on 46 HP. But this is actually a quick mid for the side of Lowpander this time around, as both the scouts are going to be teaming up. But it looks like it's just Menti and Cookie. Oh, Menti gets a saw. He might.
Credo clears that up. Yeah.
Yep.
It was looking good. Like, was looking pretty good. Like, just had Cookie and Mon just walking over right side with heals, just absolutely slamming everyone. And
yeah.
I guess just there's a couple of people spread out on Ascent that could just collapse on them. Mookie's on sniper here. Has he got the Machina? He's not. Oh, Huntsman. Oh, I like this. Hopefully he goes drop down with it. I'd love to see that. We've not seen any drop down gimmick plays yet.
Interesting.
Yep. Oh, he's going drop down.
There we go. He's going to taunt.
Oh, pause on pause. There's the pause.
He was Eskimo that time down. I mean, he is Irish, so their internet is
Mookie's been debated. He just walked right out of drop down. No one's there.
Oh, Huntsman. The first arrow was a miss. Second arrow, also a miss. Third, he's just spamming arrows. Obviously, he's got a lot of experience from with arrows from a similar game to this one. As he's still just gonna throw out some more arrows. Try and maybe see if somebody will just walk in a straight line.
Yeah,
for
I'm
him.
feeling someone is gonna end up catching it like a choke here.
Oh, yep, the Ubers have been exchanged as there is someone behind as well. It's Eskimo. He's found Mookie and the scout on the flank here, but Mookie, he launches his hitches and he releases his final arrow, and it does nothing. So that is, I think, ooh, Ubers, that's a hard arrow. It's a good job we don't have chat enabled for in-game. That's a bannable offense, I believe. That is not respectful.
Quite possibly.
I'm not going to repeat what he said because we will get banned. But
yeah.
Anyway, Ascent are going to be planting themselves. Maybe going to go for last. I mean, they don't have Hildreth on Ascent, but maybe
they do have the
confident
Huntsman again here.
Yep, they do, and it's going to be Mookie's going to go in for the left side, see if he can get it. He does hit an arrow, so that's better than his last stint as a Huntsman sniper. Scout holding the door for him, which seems to be kind of redundant. But we'll see. It's going to be Ascent.
Oh, he gets the shot onto Elliker.
Wow. Oh, look, he's even looking up in the sky.
The crouch and look up at the sky sniper taunt. That's a classic.
And he's swapped to the regular sniper rifle. He's gotten frag. He's gotten the dome. He's gotten what he wanted from that. And now he's not messing
take Uber
around.
and aggressively here, try to force as many flashes out from Menti as possible here.
It's pretty good. We might see Ascent just go for the left side. It is there. It's going to be Funds going to be leading the charge, trying to take out Cookie. Gets arrow to brought back up to full HP. Mr. Epic on the sidelines has made his way through Lunchbox. Gets a fat 2k onto Chris and onto Eskimo as well. So it's a 1v2 for Scout versus Soldier. That's definitely not a broken class Valve. And it's going to be a push out from last. But having said that, Elikor is going to throw out some resistance with some stickers and pipes. Cookie's going to go forward. Mouse.
Mookie Pyro and drop down.
M1. Hello. Is this going to be a flank? Does it have the back
is this
burner?
Gonna be
Oh,
he did not. He did get the medic on fire. Oh, okay. He did get the assisted on brag, but I don't think it was very needed.
Yeah,
Holds mouse 1.
Hello, Mookie.
He should get, yeah, he gets the burn.
Nice. The smell of burnt flesh.
Pyro doesn't do enough damage.
It doesn't. I feel like
another pause here?
Yeah, probably. I feel like the problem with Mookie then was that he was aiming his flamethrower too much, whereas you've actually just got to sort of shake your mouse around like you've got yourself your own personalized earthquake, because then more flames hit and it does more instant damage.
It's very good, very well designed. I love it. Definitely love it.
It's the changes that we all asked for. So, Valve, please make Pyro more ridiculous. And I go, yeah, sure, friends. We'll do that and we'll add some hats for you. So it's going to be a 90% ad for Menti on Brex. Oh, my heart's broken.
Here's the unpod. Elliker walking towards choke on his own. I'm going to quickly retry to the server.
I've done that. Been nice and sync there. Chris is going to be putting some resistance, but the Uber's been popped from Menti, and he wasn't weak either, so that might have been a bit of a bitch pop. Funds on mid is going to have a 1v1 versus Mr. Epic. He did have his boys present and ready if it was needed, but he wins those.
Funds might have also seen Mookie coming in choke late there on the Pyro class.
Possibly, I think at this point they might expect it all the time now, as Menti is just going to go in, reflect some projectiles to the enemy's waves. There's some sticky bombs somewhere, I imagine. No Elikor's debt is stick, so no sneaky traps they have to worry about. The reflected rockets, though, and the detonator sparking a light to a lot of these players. And it's going to be Mr. Epic once again. He keeps on mulching these soldiers by himself. He's going to go up top behind.
Oh, God. Ombrak goes down to the WM1 of Mookie. Mookie gets a lot of damage onto one of the scouts as well.
His flesh is also burning. And he has finally been put off. out, sorry. And it's going to be Lowpander, who might hopefully be able to get their first round in this series as they clean up the remaining players. And as a 3-1, there is 10 minutes left.
I think one thing that happened there was just after they got into yard, Chris was like just on his own and left side in lunchbox. No one went there from Lowpander, so he just walked out and bombed onto Mente, hit a rocket and died. But then instead of going back to last and playing passively with the Uber advantage, Ascent just kept trying to walk forwards with, like, you know, a man down and no Uber, which seemed a bit questionable.
They seem to be playing aggressive throughout this, so it's no surprise there's going to be some mistakes, but it might be a costly one as it's sort of giving Lowpander the ticket back into the game that they needed. We're going to have Uber's going to be jumping on top right. Credit does hit him with the meat shot, but it does get taken out by Cookie following up the aggression, so this is what we need to see a lot more from Lowpander, but unfortunately the flank from Ascent doing a lot more work as both Hildreth, Menti and Cookie will get taken out. Mookie does get a detonator frag. Gets a detonator frag on onto Chris, and that is just 2 gamers lost. So it's a bit desperate for Lowpander.
Quite nicely played by Chris and Eskimo there. Like, as soon as Chris was weak, he was running back on the Ascent right-hand side. Oh, Mr. Epic's going through drop down here. Thank God for these outlines.
I don't have any outlines.
You might be able to get something here. Mookie just walking in.
Hello. Yeah, Ascent are sort of caught in sort of like the middle of some gamers. Mookie's going to go forward. Mr. Epic cleans up the frag onto Elikor. He's going to try and hopefully get out, but as Funds runs him down. What looked like to be a bit of a sticky situation has been well read by Ascent. They played it well. Uber's up top is going to try and delay as much of this push onto last as possible with Hildreth. Eskimo jumps onto Hildreth, but he does get meat shot by Cookie, so it's going to be spawns and just well now, but they're not going to be getting there in time. So it's 4-1 for for Ascent. It's still possible for Lowpander. But I feel
drop down play seemed a bit unneeded. So I'm pretty sure they were at an Uber disadvantage. All Mon would have really been able to do is force an Uber, die, and then hopefully respawn and last in time to help the team.
I think it would have been good if it was just him, but Mookie then sort of came in as well. But I think it would have been okay if he had just died. But never mind. It's going to be the 6th mid, and it's going to be Lowpander going to be going up for the left side this time around. He was does a fake jump to see if he can distract anybody to get his attention. The Pyro trying to launch out some detonator flares have been connecting on exactly nobody so far, so there's been no gamers ignited. Mookie now drops down, does set a scout onto fire, but that's too little too late as that is a complete... these guys are toilet paper because they keep on wiping, as Alfie's Bind would say, and it's only Chris is the victim for Ascent, and that is a very convincing mid. It's just, I think it's first to 5 of this, so this this could be the nail in the coffin.
And we also had Mr. Epic actually on Soldier to that mid there, which didn't seem to change anything up, unfortunately.
Yeah, and they're going to be just Ubering through on the right side for Ascent, so this is going to be the do or die moment for Lowpander. The heavy gets taken out by Elikor almost straight away. Uber's going to be sitting onto the top pipe, so he's going to have a lot of height advantage. Menti is skirting in between everybody, so he's keeping himself alive and dishing out some heals. Umbrak is still going to be alive on the right side as Funds wants to sort of try and get as much out of this as he can. He does take out Mr. Epic, and Umbrak is going to be sitting on 28 HP. Oh my goodness, he's hiding, and he's leaving. If he actually properly gets out.
Oh no,
he's Cookie's chasing. Cookie's chasing, but
Credo's going to give his life for this. He's okay doing that.
That is a swole brain play, that is. And Credo was just in for days. It's Mentius has to sort of come out and knock him out for this one. Chris behind, though, gets cleaned up by the poo.
Elikor feeding on the right-hand side.
Sandwich. Yep, Elikor on the right side gets taken out as well. So Lowpander are just going to be using this momentum to keep on pushing. They have a 50% advantage. As oh my goodness, Menti Fun 2 shots him, takes him out. And yep, the Uber ad that they had seized in their hands just gets pulled straight out from their possession, and it goes away for Ascent. Umbrak is on 85%, and they're going to have to face up against a heavy on this re-push to mid.
This looks like it'll be a barrel of fun for them to push. It's going to be hard to focus Mookie down on top, especially if he just decides to take out his sandwich and just sit and eat that and regen all his health.
Yeah, but they are doing very, very well. The Uber has been popped, though, for Ascent. Cookie and Mr. Epic, I believe, on the flank are doing a lot of work. It's going to be fun with a 1v2. But the boys have been called, and that's going to be another wipe for Lowpander. That is upsetting.
They're just getting focused down completely. Like, they seem like a lot, like Mookie being really far forward maybe could work if he just is there to tank damage and everyone else gets out, but he just kind of stood there with the rest of his team, and they just, it was a losing fight. There was no real way they're winning it.
Yeah.
Mookie's in forward spawn here. Oh no, he's getting checked.
Yeah, there's crits Krieg for Lowpander as well, so Menti's running crits, probably just to, I don't know, do something for
here
the
comes
views.
a pyro flank.
Oh my goodness, Ubers is doing a lot of work though in this, and my pyro is bugged. Oh my god, this is an ultra old bug.
Yeah.
As yeah, the reflect and the fire coming out at the same time.
Eskimo getting hammered there.
I don't know if that was actually in the game as well though, but I remember.
No, yeah, it is. Yeah, that bug came back. Valve brought it back somehow. And that was, when was the pyro update out? During
it was
kind of good, like 4 months, 5 months, longer, and it's still here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a classic, that was. I remember you could just do that in spawn, and you could just make people with really bad PCs crash.
Yeah, and Cred is sniping on mid here on his own on top. Got some support now.
Lowpander, they've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to pull something out of it, and the crits has come out, but the disconnection between Hildreth and Menti is not sort of favoured well, and that is just one frag for Hildreth with a crit sticky. That's better than what I would have gotten anyway. As Eskimo going to be sitting up top, trying to shoot down a lagging Ubers, and
Mookie
no respect.
Right yard again, seeing if we can try and get some cheeky picks on right yard. If, maybe Cookie's going to try and bait people into him.
He tries to hide underneath the catwalk there, but is unsuccessful. Can't fit into those tiny holes. Funds and Cookie with a 1v1, but unfortunately, that's not very good. Funds calls his boys, and has the frag stolen by Eskimo. That's definitely a kick worthy.
Mookie just got completely kited by Credo there, gets no scope 3 times, and then gets meat shot by Fun.
Yeah, I believe it's safe to call garbage time at this point, as it looks like all of the off classes are coming out for Lowpander. Mr. Epic has now gone sniper as well. Just, oh, hello, nice crisp headshot onto a Nombrak that was suspended in the air. He's going to try and do whatever he can. He's now going to swap back onto Scout to try and help defend the last. The pyro from Mookie, and Credu comes in with a headshot as well, and another one as well. That's another dome. Could he get a third? He doesn't need it. Fun stole a frag, and that is 5-1 to Lowpander. No, sorry, to Ascent.
To Ascent, yeah.
Lowpander have been eliminated from the tournament, and Ascent will be going into the grand finals versus a team.
Se7en.
That's not nice. Can never assume.
I'm surprised that in all that Mookie never ran a spy at all. That was something I remember him at least against Se7en. I think it might have been at this. Oh god, might have been at LAN, and he just absolutely wrecked kids as spy when he got some ridiculous. It might have been just an ETF well, some play onto Raymond on the top pipes on last. He jumps around. That was just insane. I don't know why he didn't bother running something like that.
Yeah, we are sort of possibly gonna just swap over to Lego versus Se7en at some point. I don't know if that's confirmed, but there is a Source TV in the production channel, as Se7en only won the first map 1-0.
See, everyone says that that's like Se7en doing bad, but it could have been, because I've not watched the game, but a lot of times they're happy as long as they're winning. They're winning. They don't really care. They don't need to get loads of rounds. Like, you only need one round difference to win.
Yeah, they won the first round in 9 minutes and 44 seconds. Still, doesn't make it for a very exciting Team Fortress 2, does it?
Not at all. Unless they could have been back and forth maybe in the rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at the logs from the last game, but who cares?
The going down underneath. Am's actually getting out there.
Yep, it's So it's 2-0 for Lego. Not Lego, 7. Oh. I can't read, that's a problem. I'm completely illiterate. But anyway, so it's going to be 7 are going to be pushing through the left side of Snakewater, trying to get into this last. It's going to be pushed away by Lego as they have Permzilla on the Pyro. A LAN champion versus against another set of LAN champions, minus AMS.
1 LAN champion versus 5. Don't know what those odds aren't looking too good.
Permzilla was the important factor though.
Yeah.
Sorix
really aggro in lobby here. No, it doesn't go down. It is pretty much a full 60% Uber ad for Se7en here. They might just want to try and walk in top right with it.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a quick Uber force through the shutter door for Se7en. They get 2 quick frags with Drac picking up Dr. Philip as well, and that's going to be a round solidified for Se7en. So making quick work of this map, it seems, compared to the last one. God,
yeah.
Rest thanks their souls for that.
The Lash spy checking quickly, checking for the spy, checking for the crit screen. But we have Uber from both medics here. No surprises or flashy plays.
Demul just sitting on 4 points, looking a little bit exhausted that far down on the scoreboard. Might be because he's scared of heights, but it's going to be Lego with Dr. Phil just jumping onto the top left, take some height advantage. And who's the pocket for Se7en again?
Mr. Steak, aka Captain.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Captain. He's faking it because they bamboozled me. Whilst that was going on, though, it's been a complete rout. But having said that, Demul and Sorix do get some complimentary frags on the sideline. Thalish is going to be alone on grass and he gets collected.
Demul, 3 HP.
Classic.
Almost taken out by AMS at a distance, but no, he survived. Staying very aggro considering that neither Demul nor Sorix actually have full HP or a medic to help them.
Yeah. There's only 3 players on a second, so this is a little bit risky. They know Demul was behind. It looks like he's going to get... Oh, no, he's going to go in. He launches a couple of rockets onto Raymond and do get the force with the help of Permzilla. The scouts off helping and team up and organising that force. So it's going to be a 40% advantage for Lego. I'm not sure if they're going to do anything. Ams wants some blood, though. He's going to go straight in onto Logboy. Drac comes in from the flank as well and completely obliterate Sorix and Crayon. And this is going to be a quick work. Their 4th round for Se7en. That was actually pretty tasty. That was. Ams
that was so well played as well from Demul getting that force, because there was like 2 people from Se7en behind him. And Cadis had stickies on window. I guess he just turned away and didn't look at them while he, like, Demul just walked through the window and then just got the force onto Raymond.
Yeah, maybe it's slightly unfortunate that, you know, on the timing of that, but they got the force, but they lost. Maybe that was the wrong thing to do. It's all Demul's fault anyway. So it's going to be the maybe the last mid of this game, as Drac's going to go for a big boy bomb, and Captain's going to go on to Crayon pretty much almost immediately. Does connect with the rockets as well, and somehow is going to be keeping himself alive, but he does get a final rocket onto Permzilla, who's now sitting at 42 HP. The birthday boy tries to go and he gets some frags, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to get anything.
Double bombs. Oh, gets Raymond down to 28 something HP there. That was incredibly close.
Sorix is behind though. I don't know if they aren't aware of this, because there is nobody going to be left on mid. I don't think Sorix is going to go for the back cap, though. He might just try to get onto Raymond.
Looks like he's going to. Oh, he sees him. He's got him in his sight.
He's got eyes.
Spots him out.
Unfortunate and obliterated.
The Master Goblin gets that frag.
The Master Goblin.
Demul gets a pick onto the Lash.
Ams is just going W plus M1 on these fools. He takes out Demul as well, and it looks like it's going to be that's it. Okay, so we joined for like what, 3 minutes?
About that, yeah.
Worth. So I guess these are your grand finalists. We're going to have Se7en versus Ascent in the grand final, playing for the $600 dues, I believe it is. It's not being converted into euros. So they're, the loser, I believe, gets 300, I believe. I think that's it.
We've got the birthday boy Perm in chat saying, I bet they didn't show Granary where we didn't get rolled. Unfortunately, Perm, it was not shown on stream.
Yeah, that was the case. Mainly because we didn't want to watch Se7en on Granary. So, anyway.
Oh, that was a 12-minute Snakewater game there. AMS 18 for 3, 350 DPM. pretty, I guess, expected from such a role. Flash, though, going 4 for 4. Less caps as well than Ams had.
No, he's just playing a supporting role, you know, just being there for his boys when they need him. If he's ever needed to be called upon. It was like once upon a time at like one of the I series where it's at Newbury. I think it was one of the Dignitas players were eating a pizza whilst they were playing. So yeah, I believe the
next game is in 50 minutes. Apparently, the grand final will be starting.
I don't know if that is the case. So
having a quick look at the granary logs here. Yep, that does look like it wasn't a very interesting game. Somehow, though, throughout the probably just nothing but stalemates for 30 minutes, Captain actually managed to maintain 350 DPM, negative KD, but you know, at the end of the day, that doesn't matter much. They still won.
That's what happens when you're just trying to build a banner, though. You know, you're just going to keep on spamming and spamming.
I don't think I've ever seen Captain use one of the banners.
Well, we would not know because it doesn't show on the logs.
That's very unlucky.
But we'll find out.
So on Steam.
I guess I don't know if we're gonna go have a break or cut to music for 50 minutes or make the gamers play now because we have such a beautiful and lovely array of teammates, of viewers in the chat. But I guess we might just go to music. So we're gonna maybe have a break and then we're gonna come back with some interviews, possibly. Don't know who we're gonna interview. Yeah. I don't know. Sponsors. Okay. Sponsors.
Yeah.
Trading.eu. They always have keys in stock, apparently, and they enable you to sell your whole TF2 backpack instantly for TF2 metal. And they pay you reasonable prices for items in your backpack. Wow, that's some great marketing spiel. We also have, obviously, thanks to Demos.TF as well for providing a very good demo service. And don't forget Twitch.tv, because they definitely need to be plugged, considering we're on their website. But anyway, thank you very much for Twitch, and I believe Twitch John specifically for sponsoring these tournaments. Yeah, big fat shouts to him. I would happily take you out for a delicious meal if you will continue supporting us and get my own personal channel on the front page. But anyway, I believe we're going to cut it to a break, so we'll see you all soon.